Hello everyone. In this video we'll see how to create the bank, how to create bank branch and how to create bank accounts. So creation of banks and bank branches are required for both internal thing and also the external accounts. Which I mean like whenever you are registering your supplier, so you need to have the bank and branch existing in your repository in order to give the bank and bank branch details of your vendor. Okay, so which will facilitate your bank payments to the vendor, so that we call as the external banks and external bank branches, whereas internal banks and internal bank branches are the one which your organization owns. Yeah, so let us see how to create it. So I have logged into the application, so let me go to the setup and maintenance. So change the setup to financials. So you have a functional area called cash management and banking. So you can click on that. So you see the required task. It's like bank statement, transaction codes, banks, branches, and accounts. So let's stick to these three things: banks, bank branches, and bank accounts. Let's create a bank. So banks are the one which will be registered in each and every country. So as per central bank of each country, so bank we might need to create at a country level, even though you have a global bank, let's say HSBC or HDFC. Still you need to create HDFC for India, United States, Russia. Similarly you need to have HDFC present across all the countries. So if let's say HDFC is across 10 countries, then you need to create 10 HDFC banks, each for each country. Okay. The reason is, typically the bank codes are as per each country, not at a global level. So I'll select, let's say India. Okay. Bank name. I can, let's say, Digip. Okay, it's bank name. So if the bank is having any code as per the local authorities, I mean local central bank norms, you can give the bank code. So you can capture other information like addresses, contacts, but it is required when you are doing the payment integration. If any kind of those details need to be captured, you might capture. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Okay, so we are done with the bank. Let's proceed with the bank branch. So I'm just going save and close. So once you created the bank here, you can proceed to create a branch from here itself, from the bank page itself. If you see here, okay, you have an option here to select the create branch. Okay, so you can select this row and you can create the branch accordingly. Okay. Otherwise, we can go back to the step. Just give done. So let's go back to the bank branches. You can also do it from bank branches here. We have both options. Okay, now create a branch. So click on the plus icon. So select the bank. So just now we have created a DigiBank. So I'm just selecting the DigiBank. So branch name. Okay. Let us say Mumbai is the branch name. I can give branch name. If as per India, it needs IFSC code, but as per your local countries, you might have, let's say US, you might need routing codes. Okay, relevant information need to be captured as per the each country's specific requirement. So here we have BAC code. Many countries has the BAC code to be captured. You can capture it. Other details like branch number type, bank branch type, EFT number. These information, if required, can be captured too. Okay, so we have captured the IFS details. You can give save and close. So now, instead of getting it to the bank account level, this step I'll create it directly from here. So here is an option where I can use this create account directly from here. So I'll use this option. Okay, create account. So you can press on create account. So once this page opens, you can give the account name. Let us say NV underscore Mumbai account. Okay, so you give the account number. So if you don't want to give a full account number, you can also use XXX. So currency, what is your currency of your bank account? Okay. So I'll just give INR here. So the legal entity name. So I'll just give MBS. So account type we have checking other savings. So let me take other. So if you want to give any IBAN details, you can give check digit, secondary account reference, account suffix, all this additional information you can capture. And the main important thing you need to capture is, so what is the use of this bank account? Whether is it used for payables, payroll, receivables. If it is anything specific, let us say this account is only to pay the salaries of your employees, then you might need to select payroll option. If it is only to receive money from your customers, then you can enable the checkbox receivables. Okay. But if it is used for multi-purpose, you can enable payables, payroll, and receivables. Whenever you are enabling the control at an account level by saying this account can be used for any specific restriction, or else it can use for multi-purpose. So once done, you can give the cash account and cash clearing account. So cash clearing account is required when you do have the unreconciled transactions. So initially when you do the payment, okay, the payment first lies in the cash clearing account, and upon reconciliation the balance will move from cash clearing to actual cash account. Okay, similarly when you receive the money from your customer, initially, the money will be lying in the cash clearing account, and at a later point in time, once you reconcile with your bank statement, that is where the movement happens from cash clearing to cash account. So, in a way, clearing acts as a bridge between your collections or payments versus the reconciliation. If there is any balance that is lying in the cash clearing account, which means that there are transactions which is unreconciled. Okay. At the end of the month, if there is a balance of zero in the cash clearing, which means that there is no unreconciled balance. Everything has been crisp and reconciled. Okay. So let us select the cash account and cash clearing account. So we did select the cash account. Let us similarly do the cash clearing account. So I'm just copying it, and then I'm just changing the natural account alone. So 1216 is cash clearing. So if you see the code combination here, which you have selected, is nothing but bank clearing account. Okay. So unreconciled balance will be reflecting in 112116. Okay. So if it would have been a ledger account, would have seen multi-currency enabled. Okay, so if you are having a bank account currency other than your ledger currency, then you can't enable the multi-currency option. Whereas if your bank account is equal to your ledger currency, Then you can enable the multi-currency option where you can deal the transaction not only in your ledger currency but also in different currency transactions. Optionally, you can give the reconciliation differences when you have the reconciliation difference between your bank statement and then the system transactions. Additionally, you can enable multiple cash account combinations for reconciliation. Okay. So additional information you can capture alternate account name, account holder, EFT number. So the next step is giving the payment documents. So let us create one payment document. So let us say whenever you're doing any check payments and if you want to capture a sequence, okay, you can use the payment document capture. Let us say it's DigiCheck. It's a payment document format. What is a format? So each bank accounts might have different formats as per the bank requirements. Okay, so let's say HDFC might have a different check format, HSBC might have a different check format, or else maybe even when it comes to the electronic transfer, okay, each and everything might have a different formats as such. So based on the format, you can say what is a payment document and what is the sequence that you want to generate with regard to the respective formats that you are assigning it. Additionally, for checkbooks, you can also capture the checkbook's information by giving the prefix and also the start number and end number. So this is more like your internal document numbers, or else if anything that is you to do with the relationship with your bank. So this is Swift here. Okay, I just selected the format. Sorry, let me start with check. Since I'm selecting check, let's change this. Okay, standard check format. So you can use a document number. So here it's only numeric. It's not like alphanumeric is not available when it comes to the document numbers. But however, if you want check numbers to be captured with some prefix, you can capture at a checkbook level. Similarly, you can capture the payment document for electronic type also. Here we have selected the format as standard check format. So what are the formats that you have available in your system and you want the payment documents related to it, you can enable it. So here let us consider the payment document category as check payments. Okay. So we're done with the payment documents. Now let's proceed with the controls. Okay. So what are the controls that you can have? So you can have the reconciliation controls, automatic reconciliation rule set. So what is the reconciliation rules that you can give at a bank account level? So what is the accounting conversion rate type? Since it's a foreign currency, you can give uh, foreign bank account. Sorry, you can give the conversion rate type. Let's say corporate I have given. Okay, and you can define the parser rule sets. Okay, currently we haven't enabled any parsing rule sets. So you can give the parsing rule sets and bank statement transaction creation rules. You know how to create bank statement transactions into your system and what is the tolerance rules manual and automatic reconciliation can be given. And also security. Okay, this bank account needs to be given to any specific user or any specific roles. We can enable the security accordingly and you need to give access to the business units. So as we know that one legal entity can have multiple business units, we can mention, okay, as against this legal entity, what are the business units that this legal entity can access to. So okay, so I'm giving, so these are the business units that is available against this. So I'm just giving 001 MBSPU. So automatically the cash and cash clearing account got defaulted, okay, which is fine. And then with regard to the sequencing, we can enable payment document categories by payment method. So what are the payment methods that you have in your system or else you have against this bank account? So I'll just say electronic, okay, and payment document category electronic payments. So similarly, I'll select one more payment method. So this bank account can do two payment methods. Let's say one is electronic, the other one is check. So check payments. Yeah. So this payment document category is applicable for sequencing. Okay. Done. Yeah. So that is how we can create bank, branch, and bank accounts. So you can use save and close. Done. Thank you everyone.